guys, and welcome to another video. In today's video I wanted to film my first impressions of a bunch of new makeup that I picked up recently, so if you want to see that then let's just jump straight into it. So I just want to apologise in advance. I am super sick at the moment, but I wanted to film a video for you guys this week. I am sick again. I was sick literally a couple of weeks ago. I'm sick again. What can you do? So the first thing that I'm going to use is this Caudalie Vinoperfect Radiance Moisturiser, Broad Spectrum SPF 20. I don't know how much of this to use, so... It smells good. It smells very, like, fruity. So the next thing that I'm going to go ahead and use is the Balanceme Instant Lift Primer. I actually got this in last month's Birchbox and I'm yet to use it. So I have heard of the brand Balanceme before, but I don't think I have anything from them. It's very liquidy. So this is supposed to be like a pore filling primer, but it's so liquidy I can't really see it doing that. The consistency really reminds me of the Nivea Men Post Shave Balm that has glycerin in it that a lot of beauty YouTubers use for a primer. It feels just very sticky. It leaves like a very tacky feeling on my skin, and it smells like washing detergent. Like a lemony washing detergent. So the next thing that I'm going to use is the L'Oreal True Match Highlight. Ooh, it's coming out like a worm. Amazing. And I'm going to apply it on my new black beauty blender. So I'm just going to apply this to the highest points of my face. You could apply this all over, just with your fingers. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but it's really beautiful and it's really easy to blend out. So I think I'm going to go off camera and do my eyebrows. So I actually just went ahead and did all of my eyebrows and my eye makeup just because I didn't really have any new eye makeup. The only thing that I had were some new eyelashes, and I've used them on my channel loads before. It's just the Ardell Demi Wispy, so I didn't really think that this whole section was really important. But if you do want to see a tutorial on this eye, kind of like a sunset smoky kind of eye, but if you want to see a tutorial on this, then let me know. So moving on to foundation, I do actually have two new foundations that I want to try, and one of them is the LA Girl Pro Coverage Foundation. I've heard this is supposed to be a massive dupe for the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation, which you guys know if you watched my top 5 foundations, then you'll know that it's one of my favourites. And the second one that I have is the L'Oreal Nude Magique Cushion Foundation, and the packaging is so pretty. I picked the lighter shade of this, which is crazy. I'm hoping that it matches me. If not, then I'm gonna try this, although when I swatched it, the LA Girl foundation was so orange. I'll show you guys actually. So obviously I don't fake tan my body or anything like that, so my hand and my face should be the same kind of colour, and you guys can see how orange that is. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and try this L'Oreal Cushion Foundation and see how that goes. So on the inside you have like a tiny sponge that comes with it. I'm not going to use this, to be honest, because I have a beauty blender and I feel like that's going to work better. And then you just have the little cap which keeps the cushion foundation white. I'm just going to put that on the butt of my beauty blender and blend that in. Wow, it matches me pretty well, to be honest. So if you are lighter than me, I know that it's not showing up on camera great, but if you are lighter than me, this probably isn't going to work for you. The main thing that always worries me about cushion foundations is the coverage, because I have opted for a cushion foundation just because if I want a lighter day where I'm going to uni, even though I finish uni in a week, but just things like that. If I want a lighter kind of coverage and I don't want to go like full out, I figured this would be great. You really can't see it on camera, which I'm so bummed about, but it's so glowy. It's really nice and dewy. It does everything that I would want a foundation to do. It feels light on my skin, but it gives me enough coverage. You can still see, I'm not sure if you can see it on camera to be honest, but you can still see my freckles peeking through, and it gives you like a really natural kind of coverage, but it covers all of my redness. I'm so sad now that I didn't have this foundation before I filmed my top 5 foundation. So moving on to my under eyes, I'm going to take, as usual, my Becca under eye brightening corrector thing. I am literally full out of this and I love it so much. This is great for correcting darkness under your eyes, which I just genetically seem to have. No matter how much sleep I get, it just will not go away. So this is great. It's kind of on the pricier side, but like as you can see, I applied the tiniest bit. This is not a concealer, by the way. If you guys don't know what skin correcting is and stuff like that, it's just peachy pink undertones will correct darkness and purple. Green will correct redness, things like that. Purple will correct kind of dullness on the skin. So if you do have dark under eyes like me, definitely look into this. I know that NYX have kind of the same thing. They do have correcting concealers. I actually have the green one here, just for when I get tiny little pimples around my face and stuff, just to kind of cover those under my foundation. So I don't have any new concealer, so I'm just going to go in with my favourite combo, and that is the Maybelline eye eraser thing and the Uncanny Naked Skin concealer. Do you guys ever hate it so much when all of your favourite makeup, like the makeup you cannot live without, runs out at the same time, and you just think like, what did I do to deserve this? What did I do? Oh, I hate when you're highlighting your nose and it goes wonky. So now I'm just going to go ahead and set my under eyes with my RTMA No Colour Powder. What I've actually sometimes been doing is mixing a little bit of my Laura Mercier with my No Colour powder, but basically to separate them, if you guys are looking for a loose powder, the RTMA is really difficult to get hold of, but it's so much cheaper, and it's a lot more lighter, and it's a thinner consistency. You can't see it, but it's literally like water. The Laura Mercier is more expensive. You can get hold of it anywhere, but it does feel so heavy under your eyes. I know a lot of YouTubers talk about it. I've spoken to so many of my friends that use it, and they do say that like it just makes your eyes feel so heavy and dry, especially directly under your eyes. So if you are going to use the Laura Mercier powder, I'd be very careful and kind of bake in this sort of area, but never take it directly up under your eyes. But I'm just going to use the RTMA one just because it works just as well, if not better, than the Laura Mercier one. I'm actually going to use this new Morphe brush, and it's the M501. I'm going to use it to highlight as well, but it just seems like a really great size to just pop stuff under the eyes. Just going to use a tiny bit of that to set the rest of my face. And when you set your face, you really want to use kind of patting motions. You don't want to swipe, because that's going to basically move the foundation that you just set down, and it's going to make it look real streaky. Okay, so I was going to go ahead and use the Milani Contour and Highlight Cream and Liquid Duo, and this is in the shade Fair Light, but I forgot that I had it and I set my entire face, and you can't really use a cream product after you've set your face. So instead what I'm going to use is the NYX blush in the shade Taupe, and this is just such a cool tone, kind of grey looking colour, and it looks perfect for contouring. I've had loads of people compare it to the Kevyn Aucoin sculpting powder, and so I figured I would pick it up and try it for contouring. I use too much. It does look really beautiful when you don't apply too much of it. So now that I've contoured, I'm going to go ahead and highlight, and I'm so excited to use this. And it is the Milani Strobe Light Instant Glow Powder in the shade 02 Dayglow. Oh my god. Wow. I think I used a bit too much of this. Holy cow. Okay, so to finish off the face, I'm going to go in with the Ofra blush in the shade Apricot, and it's just a really beautiful colour. That it looks like a peachy apricot kind of colour. I don't know if you guys can see, but it has teeny tiny reflex in it, so I think it would just be really nice to kind of tie in with a really subtle, nice blush. And this is just such a stunning colour, and it's so subtle. Okay, so I almost forgot to do my lower lash line, so just going to do it really quickly, and I'm going to take these two shades here, the shade Timeless by Makeup Geek and Cocoa Bear from Makeup Geek. So I'm just going to go ahead and buff that onto my lower lash line. So lastly, moving on to my lips, I'm going to take the Milani Amore Matte Lip Cream, and this is what it looks like swatched. It looks so funny. So far so good. I actually don't think that there were any bad products. Of course, the LA Girl, can't try this because it's so orange, but what I may do is try and mix it with some whitening drops and match it to my skin, and if I do, then I'll use it in my next toot. As always, all of the products that I use will be listed in the description box down below. So I'm planning on filming a mukbang with my boyfriend Chris, who you've seen in a previous video. If you guys don't know what a mukbang is, it is basically a Korean kind of internet craze where you sit, you eat food and you answer questions. So if you have any questions about anything, I know I was asked a lot of questions on my Instagram live, which was a couple of weeks ago, but if you have any questions about books, university, makeup, anything like that, then please leave them in the comments down below or contact me on social media so that we can answer your question on camera. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one, guys.